Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jacob and this is Last Stop Waterfowl Outdoors TV. Well guys, we're back with a new video for you. As you can see, the conditions today here in South Louisiana are not very good. It's a rainy day. We aren't able to get outside and do any kind of fishing or outdoor activities today. So what we're gonna do in this video, guys, we're actually gonna do a maintenance tip for those of you who have a surface drive or longtail mud motor. And it's something that Mr. Warren Coco, the owner of Go Devil Manufacturing, showed me about a season or two ago. I've never had the opportunity to do it, but today we're gonna go ahead and treat my 40 horsepower Go Devil surface drive, my F&R model. And what this is gonna do, guys, is it is going to protect all the components on the motor itself that you see that are exposed to the elements during, harsh weather conditions. Maybe you're a saltwater guy, you use your motor in the saltwater conditions, or even if you're a freshwater guy. We're gonna make a concoction today with some simple stuff to put together and be able to spray onto our motor that's gonna protect the life of the motor. So let's get started. We'll show you guys right now how we're gonna make that. All right guys, so we went over to our local Harbor Freight. We got our free Harbor Freight bucket, made it easy to carry everything we need. So we're gonna need a funnel for this, just a basic funnel. We're gonna use a spray bottle that we're gonna spray this stuff onto our motor with once we make it. And the only two ingredients that we're gonna use is WD-40, which I bought a gallon of WD-40, and we're gonna use some motor oil. This is just, doesn't really matter what weight it is. This is a 10W30 motor oil. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this and this motor oil together to make a concoction that we're gonna treat our motor with, and that's gonna protect it for many, many years. Now, from what I was told, Mr. Warren did mention to me, it'll take multiple applications to really get it treated and good. So we'll do the first application today, and then we'll come back and do a second application. All right, so we have our funnel now set in the bottle, guys. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our motor oil, and we're gonna go ahead and pour that into our bottle. And we're looking for a particular consistency. Doesn't have to be exact, but we wanna get it close, and I'm gonna show you guys on the bottle once we get it filled up to where we wanna get it. That looks about right. Let the last little bit of our oil drain into our spray bottle. Okay, so we have our oil put into our spray bottle. You can see where it's at on the bottle itself. This is just a normal size spray bottle. Then we're gonna take our WD-40. Get it open. This is a brand new bottle. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and put our funnel once again, and then we're gonna fill up the remainder of our spray bottle with our WD-40. And I spilled a little bit, but that's okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and fill up the rest of that bottle. That's why we're doing it outside, because you're gonna probably drip a little bit. So there you go. We have our WD-40 mixed in with that motor oil. And you can see that oil sitting on the bottom. Got our WD-40 kind of mixing in with it. Then we're gonna take our spray applicator, put it on our bottle. Tighten that back up. Get us a rag, kind of wipe off that excess that we spilled. And it's a slick combination, guys. You got that WD-40 with that motor oil. We're gonna go ahead and give it a little shake. Kind of mix that oil and that WD-40 together. Get it nice and mixed up. And then you're gonna wanna set your spray bottle to whatever spray application you like. If you want a wide spray or just a more powerful spray, I guess, a streamlined spray. See if we can get it going. Mix it up a little bit more. And then it almost looks like a beer coloring or like an apple juice consistency to it, the way we got it. That's what you want to shoot for. Get it going to where we got it pumped up. And then now we are ready to spray our motor, guys. All right, guys, now that we got our concoction made up with our spray, we're just gonna go ahead and start applying this to our motor. We're gonna go ahead and spray this motor down real good, all the outside components, guys. Anything that could possibly rust, this concoction, Mr. Warren told me, will extend the life of all the components on the motor itself. This is an F&R model from Go Devil that I have, so it has a power trim built into it. We're gonna go ahead and lubricate all of that stuff. Go ahead, spray that motor very, very well. Get it all wet down, all over the motor. The muffler, we're gonna do all the components on the back side. You can come around right here. I'll show you all these components that are exposed on the motor itself. We're just gonna go ahead and spray all of that. Our air filter compartment, the valves, everything that's on this motor, we're gonna go ahead and spray it down. This will not hurt it at all. It is only gonna protect the components on this motor. Give it a generous portion of spray, guys. We'll probably use this entire bottle for the first application. Where we're gonna treat it, we're also gonna spray the frame, the pivot points on the motor itself, the trim motor, all the wiring, fuses themselves. We're gonna go ahead and spray it all. Go ahead and get the exhaust system. Everything on this motor. I think y'all get the point. Throttle cables. All that stuff that's exposed to either salt water, fresh water, or just the elements in general. You want to get all this sheet metal sprayed real good. You guys get the point, I think. But we're going to spray it up, and then we're going to take our rag and we're going to wipe it down. This also works really well like on your trailer components. So like leaf springs, lug nuts, any kind of winch on the trailer post, all that type of stuff. You can spray this on any of that type of stuff to help keep the life of it going much longer than it would from the elements without treatment. All right, so we got a pretty generous portion of this concoction on it. So now what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna go ahead and let it sit for a minute, and then we're gonna come back and wipe it. All right, guys, so we have now treated our motor. You can see that we have a nice shine on it. All our components on our motor have now been sprayed, and we've let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. We went ahead and even sprayed the battery terminals, our throttle cable right here, and control box for our power trim. Everything that we want to lubricate and treat, we have treated it. So what I'm going to do now is I just take a rag and I'm going to go back and kind of wipe it down. Let that, you can see that concoction that we put together has now kind of settled in to the plastics. And you're not going to be able to get everything with a rag to wipe it down, but anything that you want to be able to access, like maybe with your hands, that you know, trim boxes, throttles, you don't want to leave that stuff too slick. So you want to go ahead and wipe that stuff down. But we have now treated this motor with our spray, a very, very simple spray. And this is going to prolong the life of your motor and the components on it, guys. You'll notice that it takes off a lot of that old grime and grit that's on your motor, makes your parts look a lot better, and it's going to extend the life of all the metal parts, all the plastic parts. Everything that motor is exposed to when we're using it in normal conditions and under normal circumstances, it will prolong the life of your investment on your motor, guys. Whether you're using your mud motor to fish, hunt, whatever you're using it for, it's going to prolong the life of it and keep it in tip-top running condition with all the components on the motor, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and finish wiping this down. But this is just something that you can do very simply, very easily, guys, to help protect your motor. Mr. Warren told me he's done this on his motors for years. It works really well on, you know, prolonging the life of all the components, and it's something that you can pick up very easily at your local hardware store. So once again, WD-40, a little bit of motor oil concoction mixed together, shake it up, and go ahead and apply this to your motor with a spray bottle, guys. It's gonna do wonders for your motor as far as taking care of all the components on it. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, if you found it helpful, maybe give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. We would really appreciate it. And select that bell, hit that bell for notifications when we have new videos hit our channel just like this one. You won't miss out on any of them, guys. Until next time, this is Jacob with Last Stop Waterfowl Outdoors. We'll see y'all again soon.